Welcome back to Lawrence Voss Sports. It's the morning after the night before, and Spain are the winners of this year's 2026 Men's World Cup, and 100% they deserved it. There you can see on my screen a little model of Ferran Torres, who scored the winning goal in extra time, and there is the World Cup trophy, and also the 19-year-old Lamine Yamal, who has been described as completing football at the age of 19. Absolutely insane. So winning all his honours in Spain, in playing for Barcelona, and then winning the European Championships, and now the World Cup. The sky's the absolute limit, and Lamine Yamal himself didn't have the greatest of World Cups. Only scored one goal, but it didn't matter. He pressed and pressed and pressed during the World Cup, unlike Argentina, who just defended, and eventually, when you stick enough fingers in, eventually the dam will break, and it did, just into the second half of extra time, and a great goal it was, assisted by Nico Williams, who came on as a substitute, crossed in from the left, and an absolute whack by Ferran Torres, buried top left-hand corner, and that was it. Argentina put a little bit of pressure on towards the last 5-10 minutes of extra time, but they just weren't at the races. They were not at the races for this World Cup, and Spain deserved it, only conceding one single goal all tournament. And the fact that they were never behind in the entire World Cup is absolutely ridiculous. So to get over the blues of no more World Cup matches, I'm going to open up 5 packets of Coca Cola Panini stickers. So in each packet you get one of the special edition stickers that you can get in bottles of Coke and Diet Coke, and you get 2 Panini World Cup stickers. So let's see if we can pull anyone from Spain today, the World Cup winners, and let's see who we get in these edition stickers. So there's 12 to collect, I think. I think I've got about half of them already. So here's hoping we get some new ones today, and let's see if we can get a Lamine Yamal sticker as well. So here we go. On with our packs opening. And just in case you ask, no, it's not a Spain top at the back. It is a Las Palmas top from the Canary Islands. So, but they obviously have a lot of Spanish pride because they play in the red and yellow. So let's open up these Coca Cola packs. I bought these from my local co-op, which they've run out of now, but it's good to see them. So we've got Jordan Boss from Australia, Nathan Ake from the Netherlands, and our sticker here, special Coca-Cola one. Number 2 is Germany's Joshua Kimmich. So not the best opening pack, but let's have a look at what we've got in pack number 2. Hoping for a megastar. Let's see what we can get. And where are we going? We are going to Vitinha, who probably hoped for more this World Cup. Portugal just didn't manage to get far at all. Then we've got Yerry Mina, big guy. And then our second Coca-Cola sticker is Raul Jimenez from Mexico. who had a very, very emotional group stage and managed to get, I think it's at least a couple of goals. And they were his first World Cup goals. So well done, Raul Jimenez, for hanging out. I'm sure he's in his 30s. So again, nice sticker. And that is number 8. Now, the good thing about these ones is they have a nice backing as opposed to the ones you get from the bottles of Coke, which you kind of have to peel off or keep the wrapper. So much nicer to have these in a pristine condition. So let's get into pack number 3. And where are we heading? Oh, we have a losing finalist here from Argentina. So we have Manuel Molina, and then we've got Sebastián Carajes from Uruguay, and our sticker here from the Coke set is Alphonso Davies of Canada, and that's number 7. Canada, I thought, did a respectable job getting as far as they did, and I think Canadian football's on the rise. So let's have a go at pack 4. I'm still hoping for somebody Spanish, and let's see. We've got a Mexican to start off with. We've got Santiago Jimenez and Luca Dean, who is leaving Aston Villa, and he's going to be playing, it looks like, for PSG. So good luck to Lucas there. He did his best in the World Cup, had quite a number of starts, and having watched him about 50 times playing at the Villa, he's kind of been in and out of the first team, come on as substitute on some occasions, but he was a good corner taker, so I have to give him credit for that, especially sitting at Villa Park and being right next to him near to the corner flag. So I'll miss seeing Digne make those nice crosses into the box for Ollie Watkins et al. And here we go. We've got a Harry Kane in the Coca Cola sticker, and that is number 11, which should be number 9 really. England captain by name, but I'm not sure about captain by nature. I'm not sure he really had the leadership skills to take England through. And we talk about mentality, we talk about DNA and all of this nonsense that's been going around. I think Kane is a leader, but in terms of the crunch, I'm not quite sure he's got that absolute passion. So we will be at some point seeing Jude Bellingham in the future as the England captain, a job he'll probably have, 60, 70 caps as captain. So there we go, Harry Kane, possibly, realistically, his last World Cup, but he'll definitely be featuring in the Euros in a couple of years. So good luck, Harry. And our final pack, just so you can see what they look like. That's the back, that's the front, and here we go. We'll open our last pack, and can we get something from Spain? Let's have a look. Well, we haven't there. We've got the very easily distinguishable Croatian patchwork shirt, and we've got Caleta Carr. Admittedly, don't know much about this guy. And then we've got Wesley from Brazil, and the least said about Brazil, the better. They absolutely crashed out this tournament, losing to Norway. Obviously, it's difficult when you're playing against Erling Haaland, but Brazil should have done a lot better. But their squad, when I looked at it at the start of the World Cup, I kind of looked around and I was like, who's actually the superstar? Because I couldn't really find any. And obviously Neymar just had a bit of a cameo role, and that goal that he scored at the end of the game was pointless, really. So Neymar's last World Cup, probably Messi's last World Cup, but I wouldn't write him off completely. And our last sticker is, oh dear, it's Anthony Robinson from the United States of America. And talking about the United States of America, what do people think of that halftime show? I mean, obviously everyone loves a bit of Shakira. Can't complain seeing Shakira, but what I can complain about certainly is there were a number of Muppets in the stadium, and that included Miss Piggy and Animal and Kermit the Frog, and there was even somebody let some Muppet into the VIP box as well. Couldn't recognise him, but it was like really orange. It's like this orange Muppet, and I just couldn't recognise which particular character it was, but it was a really kind of shiny orange Muppet. So yes, I think hopefully for the next World Cup we will not be witnessing a half-hour half-time show. Now, I'm a big American football fan, and even I've just gone off and made myself a coffee during the last couple of Super Bowls because the half-time entertainment is just not for me. People like Bad Bunny, just no, nonsense. I think the best performer at the Super Bowl halftime show in recent memory is Shakira, and I was really glad to see Shakira again at the World Cup final, and maybe she should have just done a couple of songs, 8-9 minutes, and then that's it, boom. But as it is, the players had to wait about half an hour to come back, and it wasn't really worth it. And seeing Ronaldinho and Ronaldo in some sort of buggy with Madonna hanging on was something I'd like to erase from my memory, but at the moment it's stuck in there, which is not exactly healthy. But we got there in the end. It was a terrific World Cup in terms of overall amount of games, over 100 games played in this World Cup, a complete record, 48 teams. We had some incredible performances, none more so than Cape Verde drawing 0-0 with the eventual winners, with Spain. So I think that was the kind of shock of the entire World Cup, and the rest of it kind of played out as it was seeded. Obviously, you had the top 4 seeds play in the 2 semi-finals, and it kind of went with the bookies. I think Spain were favourites by many. France were favourites by many as well, but they didn't show up in that 3rd, 4th place game. They just thought, I can't be bothered. So in the end, we've ended up with Mbappe as the leading scorer with 10 goals, but it's kind of a bit ropey that he scored 2 in the 3rd, 4th place game. But then again, other people who've won the Golden Boot have done the same, and you also get games where they don't mean anything in the group stages and people can still score goals. So we have to count it. Maybe in the future we shouldn't, but we have to count it at the moment. So hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed the opening, and I shall see you soon. And don't forget to follow me. Cheers, bye.